So I'm back. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe please and make sure you watch. That's the worst thing is making videos and you just feel like nobody's watching. But I know you guys are out there watching and I really appreciate it because you could be on a million people channels. Speaking of a million people channels, I just actually did some research. And the research I did was I wanted to know how many people there were in the world. Of course, it was Google that gave me the answer. So there is approximately 7.888, which is like 7.9 billion people in the world. I was like, billion? Billion people in the world. I don't know why I was just thinking millions, but billion. 7.8. And 1% of 7.8 billion people is 78 million people. So for me, I'm always thinking, well, this is adding value, but how lucrative or, how beneficial is it going to be? Because there's so many life coaches out there. That's how I was inspired to start my business. I always knew I was going to do some mental health services or advocacy. I just didn't know in which arena. But life coaching is my thing, hands down, because I've been doing it for years, just never knew the title of it. So I was just thinking, I had already wrote down some things about how business people sometimes may feel like they're in competition with one another. And I was thinking, like, even me starting a new journey, which is very scary, nerve-wracking. You don't know where you're going to end up, but you're stepping out on faith, on your own skills, on your own knowledge, on your own 2 feet, and you're trying to see where it will go. And as long as you keep God first, pray, meditate about your next step, God never leave his people out there hanging, dangling, dry, broke, busted, and disgusted. So with that being said, with 7.8 billion people out there, there is enough wealth to go around. I don't know why I just have been thinking, like, I wonder, like today I was driving around doing some errands and I realized I saw like 10 different pet grooming businesses. And one of my girlfriend's husband is in the pet industry. And I just think like, I wonder, do he feel like his services are valuable? Because there's so many pet grooming and services for pets out there. But everybody have their own unique pathway that they have to travel. And it was interesting speaking to him as a business owner, investing and, just getting his business off the ground. It was so refreshing because it's hard to explain to other people who are not entrepreneurs what you're doing. And for me personally, I just felt like such a connection, like, oh my goodness, somebody gets it, that I can actually like, reach out and ask him and his wife, which is my girlfriend, like, what are you guys doing in this area? It's just so amazing to know that it's so many different pathways that you can take to become a lucrative business owner, entrepreneur, and things like that. So I'm really excited about this journey. It's really hard and sometimes it gets lonely. The lonely part comes in when you might not be able to do all the things that you are able to do within your schedule. So like just now before the sun went down, London and I, we ran out, we got on the trail. It took us about 25 or 30 minutes to go all the way down and come back up. And then when I got back in here, I was telling her, okay, London, before, I get my day started and, get it all wrapped up, I want to record. And she's always good about giving mommy time to record. She believes in my vision. She knows that anything I put my pinky on is going to prosper. So I'm really excited that it is beginning to work, and it's like merging together beautifully because her and I was able to spend time. I was able to get my physical activity. I'm able to now take time, settle down, drink my water, and press play. And my motto, press and play, means just to do it, just to not think too much about it. Don't get too nervous. Don't worry about if your hair is a mess, your eyebrows not done, your dishes not washed, your clothes not washed. You're not going to be able to do everything in the same manner you've been able to do it in the years prior to becoming an entrepreneur or a business owner or a partner in the business. You're not going to be able to do it. And I see now why so many people hire other people and partners to do specific things. because it becomes overwhelming. And I wanted to also encourage everybody who is freshly starting, like myself, to realize it is enough resources to go around. Just 1% of 7.8 billion people is 75 million. So that means it's so many resources and people out here that need your services. So don't start thinking like I was thinking, well, how am me as one individual gonna help service a certain population of people if it's so many other people doing it? There's billions of people in the world and they're going to utilize your services. The first thing is that you have to make sure that you are putting yourself out there. People don't know who you are sitting in your living room. They don't know that you know how to properly train dogs. They don't know that you know how to tutor kids. They don't know that you are the best home cleaner there is. They don't know that you know how to cook vegan meals. I just was watching Tabitha Brown the other day. She's amazing. I had no idea she existed in the world until I got on her YouTube channel and I was like, wow, like she's like really the bomb. People don't know your skills until you broadcast them yourself. Like I was talking about on yesterday, people are not going to promote you more than you promote you. You have to believe, stand firm, 10 toes down, as LaToya say, and you're going to have to promote yourself. So I wanted to jump on to encourage you to know that there are enough resources. 75 million people is just 1% of the people that you probably will be able to reach just because it's billions of people in the world. So try to think about the 75 million and not the 7.8 billion. Think about it on a smaller scale so that you won't get overwhelmed. When people hear your voice, the way that you broadcast your product or your services, people are going to be able to identify specifically and strictly with you. Even though there's thousands of other people doing the same exact thing you're doing, you have a creative, a unique, and a specific way that you bring it. So they're not going to say, well, I already got that person to do that. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to give you a try because I really identify with you. You're consistent. Consistency is key. So I say that you definitely have to press play and you definitely have to make sure that you are giving 110% to your business and your brand and all of that. I also wanted to say remain unique. So I have been watching YouTube for many, many years and I always am just so inspired by other people, but I always want to remain authentic to Jessica and who I am and how I speak, how I articulate, how I break down my ideas. Like I talk about the clouds, I talk about crystals, I talk about God, I talk about my daughter, I talk about my business, I talk about work, I talk about relationship issues, losing my mom, family, all of those different things. I think it is a beautiful mesh to my channel. So I am appreciative again of all of the people who watch my channel, who are all inspired and encouraged by anything that I ever say on my channel. And love other business people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. You guys are not in competition with each other. And I haven't felt personally that anybody has felt like I was in competition with them. But just like I said, just traveling around earlier today for maybe a couple hours, I saw like 10 dog grooming businesses and services for dogs. And I was wondering, like, I wonder, do they ever feel like they're stepping on each other's toes because they're kind of offering the same services? But it's just a preference of customer service, different services that you may provide that make you unique out of everybody else. So don't be in competition with other people who are offering similar services as you. If you see something that needs to be corrected or that can help improve another brother and sister in business, try to help them, try to encourage them, try to share some of your tips and tricks to make sure that they are prosperous as well. Because like I said, it is 7.8 billion people in the world. And that I really wanted to do that research because I wanted to know, like, who am I going to reach? How many people is it possible for me to reach? This channel is going to elevate my life because people don't know everything that's locked up in my storehouse and how the Holy Spirit speaks to me and how I'm supposed to bring forth my messages. So make sure you press play in whatever area you give. Even if you're working a 9 to 5, still make sure that you're giving the best thing or the best services that you can in that area if you're happy being a worker for someone else. And it's okay. Everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur or a business owner. Some people are better as a support person because one person can't run a business. It may start with you, but it won't only end with you, because the larger you get, the more staff and the more demand you're going to have and need. So help other people. Like if you see them lacking in one area, try to give them some advice that'll help improve them, and not, say, well, you're doing the same thing I'm doing. And it's not a big deal to tell people that you like something about them. Like, since I've been wearing my natural hair out, people have been telling me, oh, I just love your hair. And like I said, I'm not really like a person to get flattered really quickly, but I kind of make jokes out of it, like, oh, this old hair or whatever. But the same thing goes in business. If you like something that somebody is wearing, their brand, if you're admiring something that they're doing that you may want to incorporate in your business, it's nothing wrong with saying, hi, girl, that you did is amazing. I'm going to actually try that to see if it elevates my business. Or can you tell me more about this? So it's similar to how people were saying they have mentors and stuff like that. Help other people, because again, it's 7.8 billion people in the world. And that is a lot of people. You're not going to be, one person can't service all those people. It's humanly impossible. So it's enough resources to go around. And if you bring anything outside of the things that I'm talking about, as far as being happy for your sister and brother as an entrepreneur, if you are, not admiring their work or being, positive about positive things that you see, that they are killing it and crushing it, and nothing is wrong with that, because that's what we're here for. We're here to thrive. We're here to push the gas pedal down. We are here to live our best lives and to live it abundantly, not penny pinching. That's not what we're here for. And I'm just now stepping into that, knowing and understanding that about myself, because I've been asleep long enough. So be unique. Love other business owners. And this can even be not even with business, but just like with your family, with your friends. Don't be a hater. Anything outside of what I'm talking about is straight up hate. Hatred, bitterness, sourness. Don't do it, because it's not pretty and it's not becoming of you, as the older people say in the South. Oh, that is not becoming of you, Jessica. So I always said I curse a lot, but I'm working on that too, because I know London is watching and listening. So I'm working on that cursing, and I have been getting better. But don't be a hater. Just make sure that you help and love other people in the business, because remember, it's 7.8 billion people out there. That's a lot of people. It's mind blowing. So I just wanted to share that. I just wanted to jump on, press play. It's my Saturday. I'm going to get out and entertain myself with some other adults. So that's going to be fun. And just be inspired to just do you. And it's so hard to do you amongst people who are not doing them. And just try your best to not be a hater, because haters are not, it's not becoming of you. Be, just be positive, be encouraging, and love other people who are doing things that you admire them for doing, or you may not be courageous enough to do it yourself. So it's not to just say, oh, I'm better than somebody because I'm an entrepreneur, because everybody knew, like, your first year, you don't really make no money. May not make none your first or your second or third year, but you just got to keep going until you perfect your craft. Like Steve Harvey said, it takes time. Like the lady at the church said last Sunday, like, you can't put your dreams and hopes in a microwave and expect it to come out like it would if you cook something on 350. Like, I just literally cooked some turkey wings on 350 for like 2 hours, and they were falling off the bone. So I know I'm the same way. Like, I have to make sure that I'm paying attention, staying consistent, because when I look at my videos from the very first beginning to now, I can see my growth. Even just the way that I just do certain things on camera, like I'm improving video by video, and success is where you are now compared to where you started. So when I first started, I was making maybe one video a month. Not even that. Maybe one video every 3 months because I was so shy and wasn't sure about which direction I wanted my business to go. But once I got more focused, a video every day. And now I have over 100 videos, which is a big success for me because I started with just maybe 10. So stay encouraged and help other people prosper in their business because there's so many millions of people in the world and it's enough resources for everybody to be abundant and be happy in their business. So whatever you are doing, make sure that you are doing the best job you can because other people are also offering the same services, but yours will be unique to you and to your audience that will be shopping and will be doing services with you. So stay encouraged. I'm going to get ready to maybe prepare a little dinner before I leave and spend some quality time with London because it is Saturday, but I am, just balancing it out. Romance, being a mom, being a business owner, getting physical activity, all the good stuff for life. So I just wanted to jump on really quickly, share some of those business tidbits with you all tonight. God bless.